Alright, so today I'm going to be making some peanut butter chocolate oat bars. These are really quick and easy. The longest time is just waiting for them to cool in the refrigerator. So you're just going to need some rolled oats, about a cup of butter, half a cup of brown sugar, a cup of chocolate, and a half a cup of peanut butter. And that is all you need. As far as tools, just a pan, a cooking sheet, and some parchment paper. So I hope you enjoy this, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and enjoy the recipe.
Alright, we are going to get started by melting down a cup of butter and adding a half a cup of brown sugar. Once that is completely melted down, we're going to add 3 cups of rolled oats. I only let the fire keep going for a few moments after I add the oats because mainly I just want the oats to absorb that butter and sugar. So I'm adding that now. And I'm going to carefully mix it together. Probably could have used a little bit bigger of a pan, but it works. I already turned off the fire right there, and now I'm just going to keep on mixing it till I think that it is thoroughly mixed. There's no leftover liquid, and there is no dry oats. Now I'm going to start melting down some chocolate. So I'm going to put a cup of chocolate in a bowl. My son loves to try to steal my chocolate out of the bowl, so I'm going to try to shoo him away. And I'm going to add a half a cup of peanut butter to my cup of chocolate, and I'm going to start melting it down in 30-second intervals in the microwave and making sure to stir. Normally it is really smooth, and this is the first time it has not been smooth, so I'm not sure what happened, but it still worked. So we're just going to keep on going. I could tell that even though it wasn't completely smooth, it was going to start overcooking, and I'd rather them be a little bit of chocolate chunks than burnt chocolate. So I just went with this, and it just kept on going. Now I'm going to line a cooking sheet with parchment paper. The bigger the cookie sheet, the thinner the bars. But it goes a little bit farther with my kids, so I did a larger cooking sheet. And I'm going to spread the oats, about half of them, on the bottom of the cooking sheet. Make sure you press them really firmly. I didn't do this once, and it completely fell apart on me when I tried to cut them. So that's why I'm using a spatula, and I'm really going to press it in to the pan. Now I'm adding some chocolate on top. This is way easier when the chocolate is smooth, so it's going to kind of tear it apart a little bit in my example here. But if it was smooth, I would have been able to just lightly brush it on top without any issues, and the oats would have stayed in place. But like I said, it still works. This is not a finicky recipe, and it still tastes just as good when it's done. Once I have added some chocolate on top, then I'm going to add the rest of the oats on top of that. Yeah, see how it kind of fell apart a little bit on me when I'm trying to spread the chocolate, and I was like, well, let's just go for it. So once again, gonna spread all of these, the rest of the oats on top of the chocolate, and I'm going to press really firmly. It's really important. Trying to spread out the chocolate just a little bit, so there just being a couple of random clumps of chocolate in between the layers. But sometimes we just gotta work with what we got. Once you are satisfied with how firmly you've pressed them in and how it looks, then you're just going to add the rest of your chocolate on top. I'm going to do here in a minute. I think I'm going to do one more press. Now this is completely up to you. I like to do like lines so that it's not completely covered in chocolate, but you can also just spread the chocolate on top if it's smooth enough to do that. I just like to kind of let it fall where it's going to fall and move on. My son has discovered that I pulled out the chocolate. Try to steal some. He usually gets to lick the spoon when I'm done. Then you just put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and just cut it into bars and
All
it's
right,
done.
and that's it. I hope you enjoyed making these oat bars. These are a favorite of my family's. They never last more than a day or two. And they're just so easy. I usually make about a double batch at a time. This last time, the chocolate didn't get as smooth as it usually does. Not totally sure why, but normally that chocolate is super smooth when you heat it up. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.